This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash. I would like to give double honors to the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel to this day, who taught me this truth. And I would like to say shalom to all the Akim and the Akwath that's believing on this truth and that's seeking their salvation at the hands of Yahawah and his only begotten son, Yahawashi. I would like to say shalom. So today I want to get into a quick video, and I'm going to entitle my lesson, There Will Be a Lot of Chaos Before Yahawashi Returns. Okay, and just as this brother, the Hopeful Elect 3, put in his video, more evils are coming to your streets near you. Okay, and he posted 2nd Ezra 14, and we'll get that because just as it tells you in the book of, matter of fact, let's start here. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. The end is come, the end is come." And we're at the end of an age. Okay, we're at the end of Esau, Edom's world. Okay, as it tells you in 2nd Ezra 6. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And we see all the tokens that Yahawashi left behind, okay, to show us what time we're living in. The hopeful elect knows exactly what time we're living in, okay, and we're at the door of Jacob's trouble. We're at the door where we're getting ready to enter in at the straight gate. All right, all this is quickly approaching us. Jacob's trouble, okay, is nigh at hand, Jake. All right, and it's going to be the worst time ever. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Okay, the book of Daniel chapter 12. We're getting ready to enter into these times, and these devils ain't playing around. You know, the love of many is waxing cold. Yahawashi is about to allow his sword, which is Esau Edom, go in the earth. All right. Let's read again. And end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. Okay, the end of all things is at hand, Jake. All right, and that's why we always push repentance, because the doors of mercy is getting ready to shut. Okay, and as this brother said, more evils are coming to your streets near you. Okay, evils are coming to your streets. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. Salakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 14. And we're going to start up at 13. And it says, "Now therefore set your house in order." Okay, and your house starts with you, Jake. Okay, get yourself in order. Repent before it's too late. And reprove thy people. Comfort such of them that be in trouble. And now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of men. Put off now the weak nature. All right, because we're coming into some deadly serious times, as it tells you in the book of 1 Peter. Gird up the loins of your mind, Jake. Get your mind right. Okay, because we getting ready to go through a lot of stuff. Okay, it will be a lot of change. Okay, before Yahawashi come. Okay, and a lot of that change is going to be chaos, uncomforts. Okay, this devil's getting ready to take a lot of your comforts away, Jake. Gird up the loins of your mind. All right, see the men of the Lord and all the believers. Okay, we've been very uncomfortable in this man's kingdom. All right, so it's nothing for us to be uncomfortable. But all you niggas that has been loving this man's kingdom, loving the comforts, loving the gifts that this goddamn devil has been giving you, when he strips this away from you, all right, we're going to see a lot of people bug out, okay, and eventually go down there and get that MOTB, all right? Once again, let go from these mortal thoughts, okay? What's going to happen to my kids? What's going to happen to my mama, my grandmama? Guess what? Your nanny, a lot of nannies getting ready to get put to death. Okay, a lot of aunties in that Christian church getting ready to get put to death. Okay, your sis Jazz getting ready to get put to death. All right, a lot of people getting ready to go back to the spiritual realm. Okay. See, Yahawashi is only getting ready to cover the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. We're going to have that covering. OK, when chaos hits. OK, standards going to be lifted for those that has trusted in Yahawashi. All right. Standards ain't getting ready to be lifted for your uncle. OK, that's at the gas station. OK, sitting back drinking a 40 every day, smoking cigarettes. A standard ain't gonna get lifted for your cousin that refused to put down the blunt. Standards is not getting ready to be lifted for niggas. Point blank, period. So let go these mortal thoughts, because a lot of niggas getting ready to go. Let go from these mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of men. Put not off the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Okay, set aside the thoughts of that's most heavy unto thee. What's going to happen to my job? Well, when that MOTB come, you're going to lose your job. If you a man of the Lord, you're going to lose your job. If you're a believer, you're going to lose your job. Okay, what it tells you, be as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay, we're not here. Okay, for good. This is not our rest. What is that? Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. We got way more to look for than the shit on this side. This shit is getting ready to pass away with a great noise. Let's read. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils, okay, evils, bad times, than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. All right, and we seeing evils increase. Okay, once again, but because iniquity has abounded, okay, the love of many is waxing cold. And guess what? Evil times are coming. Evil times are increasing, and there will be a lot of chaos before Yahawashi returns. Let's get into this video.
I'm going to start this video by saying that the U.S. is in such a dark place right now. It is filled with so much hate. 3 mass pew-pews in one weekend. The first one I heard, it was about the church in Michigan. 1 was killed, 9 were injured. Then I heard about the waterfront bar attack in North Carolina. 3 were killed and 8 people were injured. Then I heard there was a mass pew-pew in Louisiana on Bourbon Street. I forget how many were killed, but why all of a sudden there are so many of these situations happening? Are the thoughts and prayers really working? I really don't know. Are they working? Are the pew-pews really the problem? Or is it really mental health? I don't know. But again, this country is in such a dark place right now. All people want is just peace and for everybody to simply get along.
All right, we'll end it right there. But like she said, also, all people want is peace. Well, That's not what Yahawashi said. It's subscribed for America, Babylon the Great. Okay. Peace is not coming. All right. And all these people that's doing these mass pew, as she said, you know, it could be MK Ultra. Okay. It could just be some bugged out nigga. All right. That spirits are on. All right. Because she talking about mental health. Well, guess what? Those are just evil spirits on these people. All right. You know, but once again, all right, there will be no peace in America. Okay. In America, which is Babylon the Great, according to prophecy, has a judgment. And it's going to start off with Jacob's trouble. All right. Jeremiah 30:7. The great tribulations. All right. And it's going to lead up to thermonuclear destruction. So once again, there will be no peace. All right. This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay. And that could be twofold. Okay. Sword representing division. Okay. And also the literal sword. Esau, Edom, all the way up. Okay. Esau, Edom, you know, running the streets, putting niggas to death, leading all the way up to thermonuclear destruction. Okay. Yahawashi is coming to bring that sword. For I'm come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. For he that findeth his life shall lose it. Okay, and a lot of niggas trying to find their life over here, not realizing we're at the end. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me, speaking about Yahawah. All right. So it's going to be a lot of division. That's why we tell people, okay, if you're not in this truth, okay, you know, if you're not, you know, on the same accord as we are, you know, more than likely, that's where you're going to stay unless Yahawashi has mercy upon you. But right now, we're not worried about you. That's why I said, you know, a lot of your relatives getting ready to go back to the spiritual realm. Okay. And us, that's of the household of faith, we understand that. Okay. Everything that we lose on this side, we're going to get back. But for right now, okay, as it says, you know, your foes going to be they of your household. Okay. People getting ready to turn on you, Jake. Okay. Especially you that's in the truth. All right. They getting ready to try to save their current situation, not realizing we're at the end of this man's kingdom and there's no saving it. Okay. You trying to save your life, you're going to lose it. Luke chapter 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Chaos is already going to be hitting the streets before Yahawashi come back. Okay. No peace is coming to America. There will be a lot of chaos before Yahawashi returns. But I have a baptism to baptize with. And how am I stricken until it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. She said she want peace. She said everyone want peace. But that's not what Yahawashi wants. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay. Okay? Yahawashi said there will be no peace on earth. Only evils are being prepared, as we read in Ezekiel 7. Okay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one household divided. Okay, everything is getting ready to be divided, and it's divided on every level. Okay, down to the average Joe 6-pack Edomite. Okay, to the niggas in the hoods. Okay, to the niggas in the suburbs. Okay, all the way up to the elites of Esau, Edom. Everybody's being divided. Okay, and we know a kingdom divided cannot stand. This place is at its end. Okay, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one household divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And he said, Also to the people, when ye see clouds rise out of the west, straightway ye say, the shower, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, okay, speaking to Jake, okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, a very hypocritical people, okay. Ye can discern the face of the sky, okay. You can discern, okay, when it's going to rain, when it's going to be a heat wave, when you need to put on shorts, when you need to bundle up in a jacket, okay, you can discern the face of the sky and of the earth. But how is it, okay, question, how is it that ye cannot discern the times, okay? A wise man discerneth both time and judgment. How can't you not discern what time you living in, Jake? Okay? Judgment is around the corner. Okay, America, Babylon the Great, okay, according to prophecy, has a judgment. Okay, once again, it's going to start off with Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, where it's going to be the worst time ever. Okay, you know, leading all the way up to thermonuclear destruction. Jake, are you hearing that? These judgments are around the corner. Okay, Second Ezra 15 has to play out. We're going to get that next. Matter of fact, before we get to Second Ezra, let's go to the book of Amos. Okay, the day of the Lord, okay, is coming cruel. All right? The day of the Lord is coming, whether you believe it or not. See these visions, okay, that Jake say are far off, okay, as it tells you in the book of Ezekiel, okay? These prophecies that you think are far off, okay, it's beating at the door, Jake. Beating at the door. Amos 5:18. It says, woe, meaning destruction, unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on a wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Okay, so that's going to consist of Jacob's trouble. Every way you turn, Jake, they're going to be trouble. Okay, it's going to be trouble. Let's go to the book of 2 Ezra 15. And we'll jump in there. We'll start at 4. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, because this truth has went out on a mass scale. Okay, so niggas that don't get it, okay, that don't believe, okay, what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make this truth of none effect, as it tells you in Romans, just roughly paraphrasing? God forbid. Okay, this word is truth. Okay, and it's not going to come back void. All right, so all the unfaithful is getting ready to die in their unfaithfulness. All right, verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Okay, the sword, okay, which is being prepared. Okay, Esau Edom is the sword of the Lord, and he's getting ready to get down in the earth. Okay, and the ultimate sword, which are those nuclear missiles, okay, they're being prepared. You got to remember, the Lord is opening up his armory, okay, and he's getting ready to let go those his weapons of indignation. All right, famine, a famine is being prepared. Just because victual is so cheap upon earth right now, okay, niggas think themselves to be in good case. Death, all right, this whole entire man's kingdom is based off death. Okay, and guess what? And destruction. Okay, sword, famine, death, and destruction is coming to a city near you, Jake. Why? For the wickedness, this is why, has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Yahawashi is not going to allow this kingdom to continue to run as it is. Okay, especially with Jake just being as wicked as he can be. All right, wickedness is reaching a peak, and Yahawashi is getting ready to send that sword. Okay, which they profanely commit. neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. Okay, that's the hopeful elect. We crying unto Yahawah day and night through these videos, through our prayers. And guess what? Our prayers are reaching to the Heavenly Father. And we're praying that Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi, Baba Kasha, Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi, cut the time short for the elect's sake. Remove this wicked kingdom off the earth. Send your son back to bring the destruction. Okay? We want this place to go. All right? We're ready to go home. And niggas are holding that process up, all right, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually, okay? We need 2/3 to go, because they're waxing worse and worse. They'll get right in the kingdom. They'll have their right mind in the kingdom. But right now, okay, Jake is wicked, okay? It's all hell, and there's no healing them, all right? And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And this is this spiritual Egypt, okay? This last captivity that we're in, all right? But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, speaking about Yahawashi, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Once again, this is how you know this is a new Egypt. All right. And I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn. The foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn. Okay. And that's speaking about the farmers. And we see that real time. For the seeds shall fail through the blasting of hell with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world, okay, and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. It will be a civil war. Okay, what is that? Isaiah 19. Okay, where the Egyptians going to fight against the Egyptians. For there shall be sedition among men. Okay, there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, these goddamn Edomites getting ready to rise up, and guess what? Jake gonna rise up too. Okay, but for the hopeful elect, we are to wait. Okay, we're to wait for Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. We're gonna know. Okay, when it's time for us to rise up. Okay, Yahawashi gonna lift up standards. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi gonna give certain men spiritual powers. Okay, we're not, okay, to go off script. We're to wait on our power. Okay, but these 2/3 Jakes, okay, they gonna make a mess over here in America, Babylon the Great. They gonna make a mess, okay? There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed on both sides, all right? A man shall desire to go into a city, okay, because they're gonna lock this place down again, okay? The C-19, all right, that was just a practice run. That was a soft lockdown, all right? Wait till tanks are in the streets. Wait till these UN troops are marching down your boulevards, your your blocks, Jake. Okay, we're gonna see how much that is your block in that day, all right? For a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able to. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed. A man shall be afraid, and a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. We're getting ready to enter into that day. Great tribulations are at hand. Matter of fact, let's jump down. All right, this is verse 22. My right hand shall not spare sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. For the fire is going forth from the wrath that and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver them unto death and destruction. And see, nobody's getting away. Okay, you can't fake the funk with Yahawashi. He knows everyone that's sinning against him. For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Okay, only the elect is going to be delivered out of this new Egypt. Okay, only the true repentant, Israelites are going to be delivered. Okay, so let's jump to 2nd Ezra 16. All right, let's jump to 2nd Ezra 16, because see, all these prophecies, okay, that we're reading about, they have to play out. 2nd Ezra 16, and we'll start at 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay, and these are the bows are speaking about these nuclear missiles that set up in these silos. Okay, they will be shot to the ends of the earth. All right, and the ends of the earth is speaking about America, Babylon the Great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Babylon gonna get their shots off too. That's why Yahawashi said the earth is gonna rear to and fro like a drunkard. Okay, Babylon gonna get their shots off too, but Babylon get ready to be destroyed. Okay, because behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. These plagues are not coming back. Yahawashi has set prophecy in motion, and guess what? The dominoes are going to continue to fall faster. Woe unto me, who will deliver me in those days? Because these days are getting ready to get bad, and we see it. Okay, see, we have the eye salve to see ahead via, the words that are written in scripture. We see what's getting ready to happen. Okay, but Jake's still out here playing around, okay, partying, bullshitting in the house of mirth, not realizing evils are creeping. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. Okay, so Yahawashi has been showing you niggas what he's getting ready to do, showing you things little by little, and you're not taking heed. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And a lot of niggas getting ready to be confused, okay, when they cut your bank account off, when they're not accepting cash anymore, okay, when all these grocery stores that's in your city get shut down. Okay, where it's going to be these just couple few big box stores that you're going to have that MOTB to participate. You're going to have that mark, that MOTB, okay, which is the CHIP, okay, to participate in this man's new world, okay, because he's going to get it up and running, but he's going to get but so far, okay. As it tells you in the book of Job, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he's going to be put in straight. So he's going to get it. He's going to get but so far. But you niggas going to be confused because you haven't been listening to what the prophets have been saying. You have not understood what's truly going on. Okay. Great confusion is getting ready to sweep the earth. Okay. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape hunger, the sword shall destroy. Okay. So at the end of the day, chaos is coming. America is going to be pulled into this last and great war via these small hats, okay? And they're getting ready to lose, okay? Babylon is getting ready to lose. So let's go to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. Okay, this great war is going to happen, all right? And once again, Babylon getting ready to lose. This is Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It is come as a destruction from the Almighty. So this is sanctioned from the Almighty. Okay, as it tells you in Proverbs 21, how the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as a river of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is putting it in these kings' heart to do his will on the earth. You got to remember the counsel of the Lord. Okay, that's what's getting ready to stand. All right. Let's read this again. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a desolation from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be as pains as a woman in travail. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Speaking about America, this place is getting ready to be laid desolate. And he shall destroy it, the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give her light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. I will punish the world for their evils and the wicked for their iniquities. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. This is speaking about an Israelite man, and not only an Israelite man, okay, the Israelite man of the elect, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore will I shake the heavens. Okay, that's what Yahawah should be out. Let's get ready to do. He's getting ready to shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in that day of his fierce anger. Okay, Yahawah's fierce anger is Yahawah Shem Yahawah's fierce anger is getting ready to go forth in the earth, and we'll end right here because nuclear destruction is sanctioned. Okay, Jeremiah 51. Okay, Babylon's not going to be healed. Okay, nuclear destruction. Okay, it's prescribed via prophecy. All right, Jeremiah 51 and 6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And guess what? All these nations, okay, are looking at Babylon as as they're looking at Babylon as the problem of the earth. Okay, and they're getting ready to come up against her. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she has may be healed, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches into heaven and is lifted up even into the sky. So Babylon can't be healed. Okay, Babylon's not going to be healed. Okay, the Lord has brought forth the righteous. Come and let us declare in Zion the works of the Lord. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, our power. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord has risen up the spear of the kings of the Medes. For his devices is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord's of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up a standard, set upon the wall of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchman, prepare the ambassador, for the Lord has both devised and done that which he has spoken against the inhabitants of Babylon. Let's jump down. All right, let's jump down. Because these nuclear missiles getting ready to fly, okay? And it's sanctioned from on high, from Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. I think I missed it. Oh, gotta go back up. And it might be Jeremiah 50. Let's go to Jeremiah 50. That might be what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's in Jeremiah 50. Yeah, this is Jeremiah 50 and 13. We'll end right here. Because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, it shall not be inhabited. Speaking about America, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Okay, and this is all these nations that hold in nuclear missiles. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She has given her hand, for her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she has done, do unto her. Cut off the sword of Babylon and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So at the end of the day, this nuclear destruction is sanctioned. And once again, there will be a lot of chaos before Yahweh shall return. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Shem Yahawashi Bahashim Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim and Atwaf. Shalom.